I had some technical difficulties yesterday trying to record, but I think we have everything working today. So anyways, I'm going to show you my latest creation here. I call it Sun Crown Fury. The idea here is we're going to be using Arcanist Owl to search up our enchantments and artifacts that help us win and play defensively. So we have 4 Arcanist Owls for 4 planes or islands. He's a 3/3 flying. When Arcanist Owl enters the battlefield, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or an enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. Got 3 Kykar'S Fury, 1 colorless, 1 island, 1 mountain, 1 plains, flying 3/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying, and then you can sacrifice a spirit and add 1 mountain. We won't really be using that too much. 3 Outlaws Merriment for 1 colorless, 1 mountain, 2 plains. Enchantment, at the beginning of your upkeep, you choose 1 at random, create a red-white creature token with these characteristics, either a 3/1 human warrior with trample and haste, a 2/1 human cleric with lifelink and haste, a 1/2 human rogue with haste, and when this creature enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to any target. So that's the meat of the deck. Everything else kind of revolves around it. Starting at the low end, we have Daxos, Blessed by the Sun for 2 planes, legendary enchantment creature demigod. Daxos' toughness is equal to your devotion to white. Every creature in here, including our tokens, is white, so it boosts him up incredibly. And then whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. Another creature, any creature, token or not. So this gets very, very nasty with our token generation. It works with Birth of Meletis, it works with Kykar'S spirits, it works with Outlaws Merriment. So we get a lot of value off that. Birth of Meletis, 1 colorless, 1 plains, Enchantment Saga. The first part says search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. The second part of the saga says create a 0/4 colorless wall artifact creature token with Defender. And then the third part says you gain 2 life. We have 3 Staggering Insights, which we would like to equip to our flyers, whether it be a spirit from Kykar'S himself, or the Arcanist Owl. We can also equip it on Heliod later, but we'll get to that. So Staggering Insight for 1 plane, 1 island. Enchantment Aura, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. And we have 2 copies of Heliod Sun Crown for 2 colorless and 1 plains, legendary enchantment creature god. He's 5/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod isn't a creature. And then whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. And then you can pay 1 plains, and give another target creature lifelink until the end of the turn. 3 Linden, the Steadfast Queen, 3 plains, legendary creature, human noble, 3/3 with vigilance. Whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. So this is going to synergize with all of our attacking creatures. Also helps with our devotion. So it can make Heliod a creature. We have 4 copies of Vanishing Light for 2 colorless, 1 plains enchantment. When Vanishing Light enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Vanishing Light leaves the battlefield. 2 copies of Prison Realm, 2 colorless, 1 plains enchantment. When Prison Realm enters the battlefield, exile target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls until Prison Realm leaves the battlefield. And when Prison Realm enters the battlefield, you scry 1. 3 copies of Teferi Time Raveler, 1 colorless, 1 plain, 1 blue, legendary planeswalker Teferi with 4 loyalty. His static ability says each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. And his +1 until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. And then his -3 is return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, and then you draw a card. So basically, at the top end, we have 1 copy of Cavalier of Dawn, 2 colorless, 3 plains, creature, elemental knight. He's a 4/6 with vigilance. And when Cavalier of Dawn enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. And when Cavalier of Dawn dies, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that works with the majority of the deck, which since it's all artifacts and enchantments. And we can also loop bringing back other enchantments or artifacts when he dies. And that brings me to our last card. We have 2 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death, 3 colorless 2 planes enchantment saga. First part of the saga says exile target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Second part says non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And then the third part of the saga says return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield and put a +1/+1 counter on or a loyalty counter on it. So we can loop this with Cavalier, bring back anything else that we might need. And then we get on to our lands. I'm running 4 plains because we have 4 copies of Birth of Meltus, 1 island, 1 mountain, 4 Hallowed Fountains, 3 Temple of Enlightenments, 4 Sacred Foundries, 3 Temple of Triumphs, and then 4 Fabled Passages. So let's get into some games and see how we do. Alright, so our opening hand, I have a 2-lander here. I've got a Birth of Meltus, which should help grab us our 3rd plains. Got some early defense. I have a Teferi with no blue. And then an Elspeth. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to dig up with Fabled Passage a blue land. Or I'm sorry, an island. So we're going to go ahead and lead off with the Fabled. I'm going to search up an island. Next turn, we're going to play out our Sacred Foundry, then play Birth of Meltus. Looks like a blue-white control. Meltus. Next turn, we'll be definitely playing Teferi. Expecting this to get countered, but that's fine. It's not a real integral part of our plan. It's just kind of slowing the game down, drawing some cards.
If you wish to surrender, with thoughtfulness before action.
Narset. So I think what we do is we Prison Realm. Do we Prison Realm? No, because he's going to get this right back. So we definitely play out the Temple. I can definitely use that land. That way we have 5 for our own. Elspeth can hit Heliod. Yeah, I think we Banishing Light. He's gonna Elspeth's, hopefully. So we'll Banishing Light this. I'm sorry, Prison Realm, jeez. Sorry, I was looking at Banishing Light. So I'm expecting him to Elspeth. Oh, no, there's that. Alright, that's fine. Banishing Light on the Prison Realm. Okay, that's fine.
I have practiced against many players. Keep an open mind.
What's the right move here? I think I'm gonna Teferi. I'm gonna bounce Banishing Light and recast this. I'm trying to get that Elspeth out of his hand.
Time for plan. Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Okay. Temple of Enlightenment. I really only need one blue source, and we have plenty of other lands, so I'm gonna put this to the bottom. I'm hoping he Elspeths here, so I can Elspeth back. Could have two Elspeths in his hand. He also has a Dovin's Veto. There it goes. So he's gonna Elspeth, I'm gonna Elspeth that. While he's tapped out. Okay. Still have the Cavalier of Dawn for anything else he might play. This hits non-creature spells, so we very well may be forced to play our Cavalier. Another Omen. Okay. He's also running Absorb. Alright, another Banishing Light. Okay, so that tells me he doesn't have another Elspeths. I guess I'm gonna run out the Heliod here, since he's holding up a Dovin's Veto. I'm gonna wait on the Banishing Light until he plays something else so I can bring it back out again. Another Elspeths, okay. So now I'm going to Banishing Light. That's fine. Do I Banishing Light? Okay. So he's digging for something. He's used all 4 copies of Omen of the Sea. I think I'm gonna Cavalier of Dawn. We'll do this. We'll Elspeth again. Hopefully he gets the picture. We still have quite a stacked hand. Wondering if I should have played around that Dovin's Veto with Outlaw's Merriment, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm not 100% sure how this matchup's gonna be anyways. We don't run any counter spells, excuse me. So I'm expecting a Dream Trawler any moment, but at least we have something on the board. I'm gonna run out this Arcanist Owl. I want him to get these counter spells out of his hand, so that hits. That's good. I will grab another Arcanist Owl, and then we will go in. Also, if he has a Shatter the Sky, at least we will be drawing a card. Another Narset. Okay, no big deal for us.
I have just the trick for this.
She'll be dead next turn. He picks up a Teferi. Not really too worried about either of those. Perfect. Get our own Teferi back. Plus loyalty. Okay. Kykar'S nice. So at this point he can't cast counter spells, so I'm gonna run out the Outlaw's Merriment. Okay. And now I think we just plus here.
I'll protect you.
Narset's dead. 4 to the face. 3 of the Arcanist. Once he plays this, we will definitely be banishing light on our Teferi here. Shatter the Sky. It's fine. We draw a card anyways. Choose one. I will definitely take back an Elspeth. Waiting for some other nonsense here. Okay, we'll definitely be banishing light.
Let's try this.
I train everything. Hone your prowess.
Pick off Teferi here. Okay, what's the right move here? He just quits. Okay. Well, that was very unexpected. I guess he had crap in his hand. But hey, I'll take it, right? Alright, cool. On to the next.
Dad, is this posture good?
Yeah, just, remember just to, your lower back is going to hurt more. That way I would sit back and just make sure you concentrate on sticking
So
your
like
chest out.
this?
Yeah, but really stick the chest out if you're going to do that. Yeah, there you go.
This hurts.
I know.
And look, feel my neck, feel my neck.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, we have 2 lander here. I have no blue source. I do have a Birth of Meletis, but we can't really search that up with our Fabled Passage. Yeah.
Better?
A little bit. I mean, it's not going to be fixed overnight. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this, but you just got to work on your posture, man. Alright, this is much better. I don't like the 2 scry lands, but we're going to have to take what we can get here. So I'm definitely looking at getting rid of one of these. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Prison Realm because it only hits creatures and planeswalkers, where Banishing Light can hit anything. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. I'm going to return the Prison Realm. Okay. And then we will lead off with, I guess, the Temple of Enlightenment, since we have a Teferi. This is nice because then we can play out our 3rd land untapped if we absolutely have to. So I'm going to keep this on top. Okay. So I'm definitely going to be playing out the Sacred Foundry. We're going to play out Daxos. Okay. 2 blues. I'm going to go ahead and attack first. Play out our temple. We can slow roll 2. Once again, I only need 1 blue source. So I don't know if I need this. So I'm going to put this on the bottom. I'm looking for more action. Okay. Mono blue. Okay.
My creations are things of beauty.
Well, I think we Banishing Light here. I don't want to get overwhelmed with tokens. And then we go ahead and smack them. And play out our Sacred Foundry. So at this point we have all the different colors that we need. Okay, and another quit. Great. Well, Alright. So let's keep this going, huh? Cool. Got some rewards here. A little War of the Spark pack. Let's go pick that up. See what we got. Some more gems. Excellent. Always nice. Saving up for the Ikoria. Layer of the Behemoths. Super excited for that. Alright, let's play another one.
Going good?
I made some. I'll show you after. That's my son back there. Alright. Got a 2-lander. I've got all my colors. I've got a Staggering Insight. I got a Birth of Meltis for Ram. I think we're going to keep this. Okay. Go ahead and lead off with the Hallowed Fountain. Next turn we play Birth of Meltis. That one, Birth of Meltis. Urox Fenlurker. I am going to go ahead and get rid of the Staggering Insight. And I am going to go ahead and play out a Linden. Black Whitey's definitely got probably some creature spells, memory theft. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You may put a card that has an adventure that player owns from exile into the player's graveyard. Okay. Well, I guess this is a discard. He's gonna have to do better than that. Okay. I'll go ahead and play out the Daxos. Arcanist Alice, fantastic. And now we start smacking. Arcanist now is going to help us dig for our Heliod. Yeah, this guy's just discarding. Alright, I hope you got more than that, man. There we go. Now he starts blocking. I feel pretty good. He's going to have to do something about this board. I feel pretty good about this. There we go. Now he's targeting. Could be an Elspeth's. Elder Dawn, nice. I will take a golem for a limit, no worries. Play out our outlaws. And I go in with the outlaw. I'm assuming this Elspeth's going bye-bye, but like I said, he has to deal with our board. And the board is just going to keep getting nastier and nastier. Yeah, you do that. Oh, it's beautiful. Staggering Insight on the Arcanist style. I go in with you. That's it. Okay. I think this is done. It's got to deal with this board. That's very nice, though. Arcanist Styles does a lot of work in this deck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with this board, man. And Outlaw's Merriment's fantastic against these type of control decks. Take him out. See if he wants to pump in response. Nope. So, yeah. That should be GG. Damn. Oh, this deck's surprisingly doing very well. Sorry.
Sorry then.
Wow, I think that's 4 in a row.
Really?
On a streak here.
Probably because people kept putting.
Yeah, the first 2 did. It's pretty funny.
Put it on. Come on.
Stop.
Sorry.
Get down.
What's up?
Shake off that pillow, please. All right, let's play another one. Should be good. Yeah, my son, he's a fellow Magic player. He plays Arena and Paper Magic, and he actually beats me most of the time. But he loves this video game, so that's what he's been playing the last couple days.
Sorry, Dad.
No, it's okay. Alright, look at this. We got 4 lands, I got a Scry land, I got an Arcanist Owl. This could be slow, though. I like that land spread, though. I think... Do we keep this? I mean, really, all my low-end stuff is like Birth of Meletis, and I think we're gonna keep this. I don't think there's a reason not to keep this. Of course, we're gonna lead off. Wow, another Kykar. I'm gonna lead off with the Temple of Triumph. Birth of Meletis, we'll take that. Hope this is not Simic Flash, but if it is, oh well. Let's get the counters rolling. Yes, Simic Flash. Well, hopefully he likes enchantment prison decks, because that's what we're going to be doing here. So now I'm going to assume that everything I play is going to get countered. So I'm hoping that's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and play out the island as of right now. I want him to counter, because I don't want him to counter my meat potatoes. This being blue, this could very well have what's it? Brazen Bar, which is fine. Yeah. Teferi would be very nice. I've got about... I got 3 in the deck, about 60%.
Stay out of this, but I'll fight if I must. Do not challenge a raging river.
So what's the right move here? He's tapped out. I guess do I have Banishing Light? Yeah. I think I take Moon Yanling. I'm gonna play out the Hollow Fountain. going to play out the first Kykar because we have an extra one, and an extra one, and an extra one. Try to get all these out of his hand. I don't want him any type of... Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, yeah, he might be in trouble. Oh, he does have it. Okay. Alright. I think he's out of gas. So we should be okay. I don't want any card draw. No card draw mechanics. Okay. So out of all these, I think the most important is probably the Outlaw's Merriment. There's Lyndon. So we're going to go ahead and play her first, since he's already countered a Kykar. I'm expecting this to get countered, but that's fine because then we can play this, and then we go in. Old Mystic. Okay. And unfortunately, I think that's a good game. Hard to beat luck. That's fine though. We did 3 and 1. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I don't really get too upset when I'm playing Simic Flash because it's just such a bullshit deck anyways. There's not really any skill in playing counter spells, I don't believe. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, got a 3-lander here. I have no blue, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and keep this. I'm going to lead off with the Temple. Kykar'S is nice, but well, let's just keep it. We've got enough low-end action. Hopefully we will draw into a blue source or Fabled Passage. So we can search that up. Okay. Healer's Hawk. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Birth. If I see an Johnny's, I might wait on the Prison Realm. There he is. So I have 1 turn. I'll hold off on this because we can chump block next turn. So we do now have the blue. So I hate to do it, but actually we'll play the Plains. I am going to play the Heliod. Daxos, okay. And Healer's Hawk, okay. It's definitely blocking the Ajani's. Now the question is, do I... The Ajani's is still the number one concern. So unfortunately, we have to take him out. Get a little scry action. Scry, Merriment, I'll definitely take that. And then we will play out the Hollowed Fountain so we have all of our colors. Now in this next turn, I'm assuming I have another Johnny's coming. Ooh, even better, a Johnny Factory.
I see the path. You testify. I am proud.
Okay. It's not looking good. I I think we play out Sacred Foundry. I'm going to play the Arcanist now. That activates Heliod. I think the Elspeth. I think the Elspeth is going to be better because then that way I can chump block. I'm going to hold up blocks. I'm not going to attack. So we will definitely be exiling this. I can hold up the Arcanist for chump block as well as the Heliod. There's his own. Perfect. So we can definitely exile that. Spreading out the counters, very smart.
Enough! True friends always stand by your side.
Come at me. I will definitely chump block. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to get rid of the Heliod. It's just too dangerous here. I have to get rid of this. And no attacks. It's really the best I can do right now. If he comes in, I'm just going to chump block and get the Arcanist style back on the 3rd chapter. Some type of Banishing Light, or doesn't have enough for his own Elspeths. Passion Warrior. I'm not 100% sure why he's not attacking. I don't need more land. To the bottom. I'm going to play out the Outlaws. I don't think Kykar'S going to give me enough value. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. He's definitely at an overwhelming advantage right now. It's not much... I mean... Another Impassioned Warrior, okay. Yeah, those just keep ticking up. We have to get that Ajani Strength of the Pride off the board, but it's going to be very hard. I don't have any sweepers in this deck, so... Yeah. He's about to exile everything on the next turn. I think this game is over, unfortunately, but we did the best that we could. It's hard to beat out these aggro decks. I don't know, I enjoy playing the decks that are more, have a little bit more to them, you know? So let's see which ones we block here. I am going to block... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to block like that. Ooh, I can give him lifelink at least. get a little extra play. I'm gonna put a counter on him. Next turn we'll get back our Arcanist now.